Field looking to come to the green flag. Mike Nichols on the front row along with Holloway. Green's up, here we go. On down into turn number 1 and 2. Mike Nichols is going to let it slide up. Holloway's coming to the outside. Chad Sterling on into the number 3 spot. Pepper makes it 3 wide with Gray and the 55 machine. Up the hill they go. They'll race on down the front straightaway.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Turn on and heats up. Nichols now's got Holloway to the outside. Looking for the lead down the back straightaway. Sterling sits third. Pepper is fourth. Gray rounds out the top 5.
It's a 3-horse battle for the top 3 spots on the bottom side. That's Nichols. Holloway to the outside. Sterling. And don't count out Michael Pepper. Pepper back there on the bottom side. There'll now be a 4-car breakaway for the top 3 transfer spots here tonight. Mike Nichols on the bottom side, wrapped up his 6th IMCA National Championship just 2 weeks ago. Works it on out front, your race leader. Pepper, a little slip of the grip. Sterling on into the number 2 spot. Holloway, Shaylin Holloway into the number 3 spot. Down the back straightaway, look at this. 3 wide, they get racing back there for better starting positions tomorrow afternoon.
Got one at the back, had some troubles, got together back up though. We stay green. Here we go. Holloway to the outside, Pepper to the inside. That race for the 3rd and final transfer spot. We got one going around here in the corner. Marlon Hoagie, he's trying to move, comes to a stop now, caution's out.
There was no trying to move. The car moved and then shut on down on him. Now finds reverse. Green flag back in the air, and here we go. On down to turn number 1 and 2. Sterling down to the bottom. Holloway will race around the outside. Here comes Aaron Gray. Gray into the top 4. Mike Pepper gets pushed on back into the number 5 spot. Field to work on down there. Sterling and Holloway are wheel to wheel as they battle on down the front straightaway. Holloway to the outside. Sterling down on the bottom. They work 2 by 2. Look at this. You've got them stacked up 2 by 2 all the way back.
Peppers fell back into the number 7 spot. Aaron Gray now 4th. Ron Hartman trying to make a run down to 55H. Out front though, it's still Mike Nichols. Then you got Sterling, Holloway, Gray, a close 2, 3, 4. Hartman is 5th.
Down the back straightaway, Mike Nichols has broke away to 12 car lengths over Chad Sterling, Shaylin Holloway, Aaron Gray, and the 55 of Ron Hartman. We will be halfway home next time past the starter stand. They will meet and greet the cross flags. Mike Nichols, your race leader. Field working on down. Cross flags here. We're halfway home.
Nichols has won this event 3 times. He won it in 2008 along with 2012 and 2013 was his 3rd fall national championship.
Nichols on out front. Sterling in the number 2 spot. Field to race off a 2 and down the back straightaway. Hartman looking for a transfer down to the inside of Holloway. Nothing to be had as Gray goes to the outside. Aaron Gray looking for something on the top shelf. Can't find the real estate that he's looking for as they all continue to watch Mike Nichols drive away from the field.
Gray gets a run looking inside of Hartman now for 4th as Peppers now rejoined that top 6.
Sterling in 2nd. 3rd is Holloway, but it's still your race leader, Mike Nichols.
Nichols almost with a straightaway lead over Sterling. Then it's Holloway. Pepper working on Gray. That is for 5th place. Hartman runs 4th. 2 laps to go.
Field working off of turn number 4, white flag out. Mike Nichols, your leader. Down the back straightaway into turn 3 and off of turn 4. Checkered flag will be coming out. Mike Nichols out of Harlan, Iowa with the win. Chad Sterling out of Stockton goes second. And out of Osborne, it is Shannon Holloway to third. Off of turn 4, Bo DeChamp out of Bottineau, North Dakota. Your race leader. Tubbs, look at this. Here comes the 3T of Teal. Teal on a move. He'll make it to the bottom of the racetrack. Nick Tubbs up on the outside. They all follow that 64 of Kerry White. White now to the top side. Here comes the crossover. Brings it down across the bow. They will put Teal back into the number 4 spot. Nick Tubbs is looking. Tubbs down on the bottom of the racetrack. Look at this move. Holy cow. Cracked up on a right rear, Dominic Ursetta.
Hey, did not need the left front tire on that go around. A little less wear and tear on the tire. He's going to take third. Looks inside Spider-Man for second. Here comes Teal back looking as well.
Now Dominic Ursetta. Yeah, can he use this to the advantage? You're going to see what kind of a poundage of a right rear spring you're going to put in that modified. He hikes the left front down the back straightaway. It is still DeChamp, your race leader. Out of Bottineau, North Dakota. Dominic Ursetta racing the top of the racetrack. Nick Tubbs in the third and final transfer spot.
We are wheeling and dealing, dicing and slicing. 4th through 9th. Teal, there's Schoenberger, Petersilly. Davis is in the hunt.
Davis had a great run up at Boone this year in that 76 car. Right now is flanked behind that running roadblock of Petersilly. White, Teal back there with him. White up over the cush. He'll grab a hold of something. The car will upset on him. They will see Petersilly, 3 White, Davis, and Schoenberger. Schoenberger seeing White. He is the cream in the Oreo cookie. Off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. White back in the number 5 spot, but put Mike Petersilly to 4th.
Deskamp, Ursetta, and Tubbs, your top 3, but here comes Petersilly in 4th, looking to catch the Spider-Man. Trying to throw out a web and reel him in.
So they'll work off of 2. DeChamp, your race leader. Oh, White up over onto the coffee table. Throws his feet up, doing a little relaxing off the top side. He'll keep it moving. He'll keep it clean and green as the cross flags are out for your race leader. DeChamp in the 16 car.
Thought we were going to have a wild one right there at the back of the pack. There's Tubbs looking inside Petersilly. Petersilly now in the 3rd spot. Tubbs trying to battle back.
Tubbs on the inside. He had the 3rd spot. Petersilly grabbed it from him. Petersilly into the number 3 spot. They'll come together getting down into turn number 1. Petersilly in the 3rd and final transfer spot. Tubbs right on in behind him. They will race cleanly down the back straightaway. It is Petersilly, the old Red Rocket, working in that number 3 spot. Second is Ursetta, and DeChamp is your race leader.
He's led from the get-go, took advantage of that pole starting spot. Ursetta slowly closing ground. He started 7th. Petersilly started in 5th.
Oh, hang on, we got a big one blown up. DeChamp spits the bottom end out of that thing, and we go to the caution flag. Wow. That is what you call, kids, a hand grenade right there. As I am sure the bottom end of that thing is scattered all the way down the front straightaway. You see it?
Yep.
Actually, what happened, I can see the drive shaft laying up here on the front straightaway.
Oh, yeah. Went
drive
over
shaft.
turn 4.
Drive shaft coming out, exploded the transmission.
Ursetta lucky to get by.
Wow.
What a turn he made. I watched the replay here on Dirt Track Central, and again, they're picking up all kinds of debris now here on the front straightaway.
So if anybody's got an extra transmission, the champ's going to be looking for one.
Yep.
Up here we go. Ursetta brings him off at turn number 4. Tubbs to the outside of the restart. Jason Davis will look to the inside. Schoenberger down there, look out, got one up over the top side. He'll keep it clean and green, just like the numbers on that hot rod. Jason Davis puts Nick Tubbs into the number 4 spot. Tubbs back up, look out. Teal a little crossed up. Meredith wonders why I tell him don't stand out by the racetrack. He about got hog slobbered by the 97 machine.
Yeah, he got tagged by somebody that got out of shape ahead of him.
On down the back straightaway now into the turn number 4. Ursetta's got her cracked, jacked, and stacked on that right rear. Here comes Mike Petersilly, that old chubby chassis by Extreme Motorsports, looking for the lead. Petersilly looking down on the bottom side. Petersilly's got the lead, but not for long as Ursetta back on the outside.
Davis runs third. He's got the Spider-Man, and Schoenberger running 4-5. Schweitzer from the back now 6th.
Laid a stripe up there. We'll see what happens. White flag in the air. Ursetta's got company. Ursetta to the outside. Here comes Petersilly. Davis works right on in behind him. Petersilly one more time to the inside. Ursetta lets it slide to the top. Ursetta way up high. Petersilly to the bottom. Ursetta, Petersilly, and Davis. 1, 2, and 3. Looking for the green flag. It is up in the air, and here we go. Casey's qualifier number 3. On into turn number 1 and 2. They will race them. Plemisto about loses the handle of that hot rod. That will lift the 12 of Angel Munoz up into the number 1 spot. Whoa, Tyler Tipton in there tough. 3 wide, 2 rows deep down the front straightaway.
Oh, man. Second place on back is a log jam. Plemisto right now in second. There's Heim to the inside right now in the 3rd spot. Tipton's going to go to 4th.
Tipton will look to the inside of Heim. To the outside they go. Jim Powell coming in the 20P car. Jody York gets shuffled to the top of the racetrack. York in the 00 out of Lubbock, Texas. Heim on the inside. On down the back straightaway battle is a 3-car race for the number 3 spot. Heim will ruffle up the 95 of Tipton. That'll open the door to the bottom side for Jim Powell. Powell with a run now, G-Gus. Here comes Gus Piper in the 54 car.
Piper started 9th. He's up to 6th, looking for more. Powell goes to the inside at Tipton. That's for 4th spot. Now Plemisto bobbles, and Heim trying to take advantage.
They'll work him on into turn number 1 and 2. It is down the back straightaway. The 6 on the move. That's Heim. Colin Heim out of Hoxie's got Bruce Plemisto right there with him. Plemisto down on the bottom side. To the outside is Heim.
Justin Merriman slow down the back straightaway, head to the pits. Munoz in the 12 car looking to qualify to defend the championship. He won here last year at Fall Nationals.
So into the bottom side of turn number 3 and 4, it is Bruce Plemisto. Plemisto down on the bottom side. Colin Heim on the outside. Jim Powell watching a great battle for a transfer unfold right in front of him as he is 1 out looking in. Plemisto back on the inside. Works the bottom of the racetrack.
Whoa! Piper went around and got tagged. That one spun up top. Yeah, Piper, they said, went around on his own, and he's dead. 2Z Cody Zimmerman back on the track.
Green's out. Just 1 shy of the halfway port. Colin Heim goes to the top side. Everybody now tucking to the bottom. There was a ton of moisture down there It is grip, and you have got to find it. Plemisto down there. Whoa, the old black 57, and they're beating on Jody York. Jody York says, take that. Right rear tire down on the 57, right rear on the 57.
57 black right rear down.
Now he slows. He's going to head to the pits.
Here we go. Plemisto got a bump to the rump from the 20 of Powell as he had to check up. Field working on down there. Look out. Plemisto a little crossed on up. 3 wide down the back straightaway.
You got Plemisto, Williams, Tipton, and Powell running 3 through 6, nose to tail.
Williams right there in the 07. Tipton the 95. They sit 1 and 2 spots out of a transfer. Jim Powell, Jody York's there. Here comes the 57 machine on a move of Jim Crombie. Work the field on down. It is still your race leader, Angel Munoz, the 6 of Colin Heim, but 3rd is up for grabs. On down into turn number 1 and 2. Plemisto with the number 3 spot. Tipton now to 4.
Munoz is checked out. Heimler's checked out in second. Your race is for the 3rd and final transfer spot with Plemisto, Tipton, Arnold Williams, and Jim Powell Jr. Josh Crombie now is getting a little run in the 57X. Two laps to go.
Down the back straightaway, it is Munoz out front with a huge advantage over Colin Heim. Look out. A lot of smoke coming out of that 07 machine. He'll get to the inside of Tipton. He's going to rough him up, do a little right side racing. 57's got something busted in the rear end. That thing is all moving and shaking. It'll be Munoz. Look out. Jody York has to put up there. Checkered flag is coming out. Angel Munoz with the win. Colin Heim and Bruce Plemisto, your top 3. Looking for the green flag, Rogers and Wagner. Row number 1 looking for the green flag. It is in the air. Here we go. Rogers will take the 37 right to the inside. Whoa, look out, the old 9 machine, the 9C. Roger Rutherford out of Northford got a little right side ramming. Down there in turn number 1 and 2, Jason Rogers working the 181 as he goes to the race lead, Kevin Wagner.
Rogers to the inside. Outside is Wagner. Woken runs 3rd. Here comes Tubbs up to the 4th spot. Rogers looking inside. Wagner side by side, turn 4.
They'll hustle on down deep in the field. Bustle in there a little deep there on the 12 of Rigsby. Off a 2 and down the back straightaway. To the outside is Wagner. To the inside is the 37 of Rogers. Casey Woken, Jeff Tubbs now looking to the outside. Here comes J.C. Howell.
Dusty Wattoon slow down the back straightaway, trying to get back to the pit area. He's trying to get up out of harm's way. We'll see if we stay green.
He is clear down the back straightaway. We will stay to the green flag. Jason Rogers out front, but it's another 37. The 37X of Jeff Tubbs trying to work his way into the show. He will keep her back there in the 4th spot. Off a 2 down the back straightaway. Tubbs working on him. Hustle down the back chute. Woken on the bottom to the outside. Goes Tubbs, the 35X or 37X. Three wide is what they're looking for off a 2 and down the back straightaway. Casey Woken is in trouble of losing that 3rd and final transfer spot.
2 through 5 is close. Right here in the corner, Wagner, Tubbs, Woken, and Howell.
Wagner up there on the bottom side. Woken follows. Jeff Tubbs, the old black sheep, working the top side. The gambler is throwing the money down, looking to keep with the top side of the racetrack. Tubbs, though, they all see Jason Rogers driving on away. Rogers on the top side there, works the bottom. Here comes the 181 of Wagner, Woken, and now Howell and Tubbs. It's side by side, 2 through 5.
Remember, only the top 3 go, so 2 of those 4 cars will advance. The other 2 will join the rest of the field behind them. Here's Tubbs with the run to the top, Howell to the bottom. But now Woken, the Wiener, settles in second, drops Wagner back to third.
On down the back straightaway.
Whoa! Howell makes contact with Wagner. Hold their own with Tubbs to the outside.
On down into turn number 3 and 4. Tubbs to the top of the racetrack. Wagner and Howell working it on down. Woken to the number 2 spot. Tubbs gambling to the top side. It's going to work, and it's going to work this time. Look at this, 3 wide down the back straightaway. Tubbs on the top side. Working on into the number 3 spot, though, is J.C. Howell. They'll put Tubbs back into the number 5 spot. Field will hustle on down the back straightaway. Rogers, Woken, Howell, 1, 2, and 3.
Tubbs got to run to the high side that time in 1 and 2. See if he can keep that momentum going in here in 3 and 4. Trouble turn 2, caution's out.
Caution is out, yellow on the Speedway.
We are back to green.
Jeff Tubbs right back to the top side. Look at Justin Bussell. Bussell, who had troubles even getting the car to work come the time we went to the green flag, has worked his way into a race for the transfer spot. Tubbs back there, 2 to go. If you're going to do it, you got to do it now. Rogers has got Woken. Here comes Howell, Tubbs, and Bussell.
Tubbs to the top side, Bussell to the bottom. There in 4th, right behind Howell. White flag waves.
Down the front straightaway, if you're going to do it, you got to do it now. Tubbs has been connected to the top side. Working off a 2 and down the back straightaway. Bussell will come to the bottom side. They'll race wheel to wheel down into turn number 3. Into 4 and down the front straightaway to be Jason Rogers, Casey Woken, and J.C. Howell 3rd. Then 4th will go 1 out of a transfer to Jeff Tubbs.